Hello Gemini, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well, wherever you are. This is your reading for the 4th through to the 10th of July 2022. Or thereabouts, it could resonate a little bit beyond that time. Alright, we'll get straight into your reading, Gemini, but as always, it is a general reading, so it won't resonate with everybody. But so take what resonates with you, Gemini. Alright, so what's important for Gemini to consider at this time, please? What's important for Gemini? What are the important messages for Gemini? Alright, first of all we have community. This card has come out in every single reading I've done up to now. I've done all the earth element readings, which is Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. And community came out in each one. And I've also done some private readings, and for every one the community has come out. So this is quite a significant universal energy. And it's to do with our community, it's to do with the people in our lives, the people around us, to some degree. So I'll just put it to one side for you, Gemini. We'll see where this fits in with yourself. Okay, we've got child. So there's something here about a child. It could be your child, it could be your inner child, Gemini, or it could be somebody else's child. It could be a child in the community, for example. But let's see. Let's see where this is going. Alright, so what do we have for Gemini, please? 4th to the 10th of July 2022. What's the important message for Gemini? Right, we've got the Magician that's leapt out. Number 1 in the Major Arcana. And this is about manifesting what it is you want, what it is you desire for going forward. You know, having all the tools to your elbow, you know, knowing how to do this. Alright, Gemini, I'll pop it back in. A bit more of a shuffle. So we have the heart of your reading, Gemini, the root of the matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment. Just move that a little bit out of the way. Future going forward, and then something else your guides would like to say to you at this time. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we have the 5 of Swords. And this is a ruthless energy. This is being on the battlefield, and somebody who needs to win at all costs. And for me, when the 5 of Swords comes forward, it's just to say perhaps it's time to leave the battlefield, Gemini, because I don't think there's any real winners here. Alright, I'm just going to put it to one side. Could we clarify all the cards on the table, please, for Gemini? Clarify all the cards on the table, please, for Gemini. right at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups. So this is something about love and relationships. Possibly somebody offering their heart. Or it's the general energy of the King of Cups, which is about being kind, caring, nurturing, having empathy, compassion, being sensitive, very sensitive energy. All right, so let's see where this is coming in. Somebody who gives their heart completely, but he or she is nobody's fool. Okay. Right, at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, we have the Fairy Lilt and we have the Four of Pentacles. The Fairy Lilt, this is Temperance in Ordinary Tarot, but this is very much about, the emphasis here is about mending, healing, having patience. While something is mended, something is healed. Fixing things, fixing something. We had the Magician that jumped out, didn't we? Who is the Grand Manifester, and I feel this is about fixing something that has become broken. And the Four of Pentacles, keeping it hidden from others, keeping it close to your chest. Whatever it is you're working on here and healing, you're keeping it away from others at this time. I feel there's an energy of protection here. It may have something to do with a child for some of you. Yes, here we go. At the bottom of the deck we have the Magician again, and the Eight of Swords. So here he is again. He's at the root of this situation, manifesting. Somebody manifesting what it is they desire, what it is they want. Trying to make a difference, trying to put things right for themselves, or for yourself, or for them. But it clarifies the Eight of Swords. And this is when you're feeling trapped and stuck in your mind. And that's easy for you to do, Gemini. You're very much of the mind. Your ruling planet is Mercury, the planet of the mind, the planet of communication. But, you know, feeling stuck, not being able to see a way forward, but not actually being stuck. And in fact, the reflection here, she could shake the bandages off and she could remove her blindfold and she would see a way forward, a way out of a situation. But she's choosing to remain in that position. And because the bandages aren't tied tight, they are loose. She could shake them off. But there's something holding this person back. It's not gender specific. All right, but there's a lot of mental conflict going on here. And I feel that's why the Magician has come out twice. You know, trying to manifest, change some form of a situation for the benefit of someone or for yourself. So the past influences, we have the Three of Wands and the Five of Rods. And the Three of Wands is, you know, after a lot of hard work, turning your back on a situation now and looking to the future. You know, we've got the three wands here that have been planted that are starting to grow. So there is some growth, some productivity after all of your hard work. And it's now a time of waiting for things to come in. So this is a past influence. This is something that is already in place, Gemini. And this is what you were doing. So planting the seeds watching them grow, waiting for things to come in to perhaps get better, for a harvest. But they clarify the Five of Swords, and this is a power struggle. This is a power struggle between two people, I feel, differing opinions, different viewpoints, different values, but locking horns, locking heads. It's that sort of an energy. So because this energy is around, I feel that's contributed to the fact that you've done all you can in this situation, and now you're waiting, or you have been, because remember, these are the past influences. All right, so just bear with me a minute. Just move those out of the way. All right. So what's on your mind at the moment, Gemini? Well, we have the Three of Cups and the Ten of Rods. So what you're thinking about is celebrating, putting the finishing touches to something, and being in harmony. Three may be an important number for some of you, but it's very much about joining forces and celebrating some form of achievement. It clarifies the Ten of Rods, and this is when you've been feeling cornered, when everything seems to be against you, way down under a cloud. But when the Ten of Rods comes forward, it signifies that the rods are going to fall, that the dark cloud is going to lift. So I feel what this is saying, what you're thinking about, is after a lot of hard work, difficulties, challenges, obstacles, heavy weight on your shoulders, that is gradually releasing, and you're going to have cause for celebration, to celebrate the hard work that you've put into this, to release this situation, Gemini. Excuse me. I'll just have a drink, Gemini. Okay. I'm looking at the cards across the top here, and what they're telling me is that there have been a lot of battles, and there's been walking wounded here. People have been left injured on the battlefield, or somebody has, and it could be yourself. But it's time to leave the battlefield here and celebrate the achievements that you have made, you know, in this situation, to let go of these burdens and responsibilities that have been weighing you down, and, you know, to enjoy your love, your relationships, once you've dropped these burdens and released them, you know, and get back to your heart centre, being able to trust your heart centre. For some of you, it could be that you've perhaps been led too much in the past by your emotions, by your heart, and that's perhaps contributed for some of you to these burdens that have been weighing you down. But it's very much a time of healing and mending here now. But there's something, you are protecting something, you're looking after something, protecting something from others. So let's see going forward. Well, we have the Lady, who is the Empress, and we have the Four of Rods. So going forward, the Lady, the Empress, it's a beautiful energy to have in any reading, and she brings forward productivity, fertility, expansion, growth, a good harvest, being at one with nature. So it's a beautiful energy. And yes, clarified by the Four of Rods, going forward with like-minded people, you know, happy, celebrating. It can be family, it can be friends, community, but going forward on your journey, sharing your time with others, sharing your adventures with others. So I feel going forward as the Empress, Gemini, it's not gender specific, but there's going to be growth, abundance, expansion, and you're going to have a lot of support around you, you know, and it's going to lighten your load as you go forward. Shared interests, shared values, shared sight. That's beautiful energy. And I'm drawn back to community, you know. Having a good community around you, whether that's family, friends, neighbours. Could be a work community also. All right. There's definitely been a power struggle in the past, and I think you had to make a decision to come away from that battle, to come away from the battlefield. And I feel that was the right decision here, looking at the flow of cards, you know, going forward with the Empress and the Four of Rods. All right, Gemini, well, this is something else your guides want to say to you. So we have the Four of Swords and we have the Death and Rebirth card. So the Four of Swords, this is taking time out and contemplating, thinking things through. Weighing up the pros and cons of a situation. Because something has come to an end. Something has come to an end. And is transforming into something different. It's a different energy. But there's an old energy ending and a new energy coming in. And, excuse me, Gemini. And this is what you're thinking about, you're thinking through. Because when it's a time of transformation, when things are changing, when old chapter is ending, a new chapter is coming in, then it is a time to sit back and reflect on what's gone and the direction you're going, possibly to do with a relationship, I feel here. And for some of you, I feel it's to do with a child. It doesn't have to be a young child. It can be a child of any age. Okay. All right, Gemini, I'm just going to get two final messages for you. So can we have two final messages for Gemini, please? Two final messages for Gemini, please, to conclude this reading. All right, Gemini, first of all, we've got rejuvenating rain, and this is saying clear the past, and that's going to heal the present. And I think we can see that with these cards on the table. It's about letting go of something that, you know, you've put a lot of hard work into. And it's a time of healing now. So let the past go. Time to heal the present. And crossing bridges. Yeah, it's time for healing. Connecting, mending and releasing. So crossing a bridge, you know, moving on, leaving what's not worked behind. It's time for moving on now. Time for healing, connecting, reconnecting, mending and releasing. Beautiful, beautiful messages for you there, Gemini. This reading won't be for everybody, but whoever it's for, I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you some clarity and support with your situation. All right, but good luck going forward, Gemini, and until next time, bye bye for now.